What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another wacky episode of Chaos Child. We left off just before going to the Aoba Clinic because I suspect it's going to be some kind of important, twisted flashback. Yes. A 2-minute walk from Yoyogi Park Station. This private clinic, 20 minutes away from the heart of Shibuya, was loved by the locals for its homey, comfortable atmosphere. The clinic offered internal and pediatric medical services. It had no facilities to allow someone to stay overnight. The wait was 10 minutes at worst. Some days it was more common to find the director's drinking buddies there telling bawdy jokes than it was to find patients. The only full-time doctor was the clinic's director. He had 2 nurses. The only times it ever got busy were during flu shot season and when the director's neighborhood baseball team had its annual tournament. That's good that they're at least getting their flu shots. Oh damn, he's got one of those modern refrigerators. Expensive. It's got the little middle compartment for no reason, so you can put something super flat in there, and that's about it. This floor with its living room, kitchen, and bath, and the 3rd floor with the rooms for the children formed the localized small-scale children's welfare facility named Aoba Dormitory. Let's read that again. The localized small-scale children's welfare facility. There was no sign identifying it outside, so if you just walked by the building, you'd have no way of knowing that the upper floors were an orphanage. I was tired of hearing this shuffling. Sakuma Wataru, the director of the Aoba Clinic and the Aoba Dormitory, looked at the dinner lined up on the table and froze. Boiled vegetables, white fish with plum, tofu hamburg steak, natto, rolled omelet with shiso leaves. The oldest girl at the dorm had been in charge of cooking ever since she came here when she was in 6th grade. Every year, she started cooking more and more like an old woman. And this guy's a look. Clearly not destined to have an impressive beard. Cook some meat! Sakuma pressed his hands up against his temples and rubbed. Sakuma moaned a little. Kurusu smiled gently at him, still holding the kitchen knife.
父さん、そもそも課長で医者であるあなたが病院の仕事手伝ってるとはいえ、見習い看護師以下で娘である私に薬の場所を聞くのも問題ですけど、よりによって二日酔いですって？昨日の夜、残った事務仕事を私が片付けてる時に晩酌してたの？
いや、仕事は俺だってしてたぞ。
じゃあ、仕事中に飲んでたってことね。そんな酔っ払いに出せる薬はありません。あと、1週間禁酒にしますから。
はあ？おい、ノノ、冗談だろ。
できた。2人とも呼んできて。
So why does she still live here, but the other guy is in the RV, even though they were both raised together?
ごちそうさま。はい、おそ松様。お茶入れるね。ゆう、手伝って。
Why do they look creepy? What is it about them that looks so creepy? Her little brother nodded, and together they took the plates the 4 of them had been eating on to the kitchen. It was their job to clean up. Tachibana Yui and Tachibana Yuto were brother and sister. They were the only two siblings at the Aoba dorm who were actually related by blood, and the rest of the neighborhood thought it was cute how they were always together. The Shibuya earthquake had occurred when Yui was in 2nd grade, and Yuto was only 6, and hadn't started school. After the earthquake, the two of them had come to Aoba dorm. The two of them had been depressed for a long time between the shock of losing their parents and their experiences in the earthquake's aftermath. Now they'd made it to the 2nd year of middle school, for Yui, and the last year of elementary, for Yuto. During the meal, Sakuma had complained about Nono's ban on his drinking, but Yui had told him he'd brought it on himself. He'd spent the rest of dinner muttering to himself, but now he'd calmed down a little.
最近バタついてるからよ。
嫌です。温め直すのめんどくさいもの。それにバラバラに食事するのって好きじゃないの。できるだけ家族揃って食べたい。でもバタついてるってどうしたの？
Kurusu checked the clock as she spoke. It was almost 9. Aoba Clinic closed at 6:30 p.m. and it was often after 7 p.m. by the time Sakuma finished his paperwork and came up the stairs. Kurusu would have dinner ready around that time. But it was true that lately he'd been coming up later and later. Sakuma shrugged and said he wasn't sure why exactly, but...
大学の後輩が渋谷でやってる医院もそうだし、ここらのでっけえ病院、代々木の AH 東京総合病院とかよ。最近忙しいらしいんだよ。のの？
あ、ごめん。それで？
ま、復興祭が近いから浮かれて怪我するやつが増えてるんじゃねえかとか、それに合わせて例の症候群をもう一度見直す動きがあるとか、いろいろ言われてんだけどよ。
見直すって6年経って今さら？
わかりやすく復興して治ってんのは街の外観だ。ここはそう簡単に治らねえからな。
Yo, that's a fax machine back there. This household has a fax machine. Look! Sakuma patted himself on the chest.
うちの患者は別に普段と変わらねえんだけどよ。その後輩やら知り合いやらからなんだかんだと頼まれるのが多くなってんだよ。おかげで肩こって仕方ねえ。
As her father rotated his shoulder to stretch them, Nono told him he was doing a good job. He normally looked like a goofball, but Kurusu knew that he was reliable when it counted. Aoba Clinic was far enough from Shibuya that it hadn't been damaged during the quake, so it had remained open. She'd heard that Sakuma had taken in patients with minor wounds, a field that was outside his specialty, and treated them. When she helped at the clinic's front desk, the patients would often tell her grateful tales about what he'd done.
どうしたの？この梨。
パーラー西野で安売りしてたの。いただきまーす。
Yugi and Yuto had come back from the kitchen with tea and a sliced pear. She stuck a toothpick in a slice as she spoke.
甘くておいしい。ああ、ゆいポン酢買っといてくれた？今日そこねでしょ？
うん、お一人様1個までだったからユウ連れて2個ゲットしてきた。あ、そうだ、いつものスーパータイムセールの時間変わるって。
嘘
？1時間遅くなるんだって。
ああ、困るな。夕ご飯の買い物どうしようかな。
あと風呂場の洗剤切れそうだったよ。あの白のパッケージの。
それは週末のセールを待ってる。
どこの？
青木薬局。
クーポンあるよ。
ほんと？助かる。
Thank God.
そうだ、ベランダ見た？洗濯物干す方の角のとこ。
え？何？
苔生えてるのびっしり。
それが？
なんとかしないとそのうち赤谷が湧くの。やだ。私だって嫌です。というか私が一番嫌。
Oh my god, I hope there's another earthquake.
何さっきから喉痛いの？
風邪？ちょっとありえないんですけど、お医者さんでしょ？
看病するの私たちなんですからね。ただでさえ寝汗が多くて洗濯が大変だって言うのに。
少しは痩せてよ。だいたい父さんの食費だけで月にいくら。
Sakuma slammed his teacup down on the desk. Oh, slamming the teacup. He had reached the limits of his patience.
のの、ゆい、話がある。ちょっと座れ。
座ってんじゃん。
お前ら。
Sakuma pressed down on his temples again as he wondered where to begin. It felt like his headache was getting worse. But in the end, he couldn't come up with any ideas except to say it directly.
もう少し高校生と中学生らしくできねえのか。
は？
The two of them looked at him as if they didn't know what he was talking about.
のの、お前趣味なんだ？
何急に？
いいからよ、趣味は？
部屋の掃除。
ゆいは？
セールのチラシ集め。
The two of them kept eating their pear slices, unsure of what he was getting at. And then they continued their conversation, saying, "What's his problem? It must be terrible getting old."
座れ。座りなさい。
座ってるって。
お前ら何歳のうちから初対地見てんだ。セールがどうの食費がどうの学生の会話が。
家のことは任せるって言ったのは父さんでしょ？
Kurusu ran the Aoba dorm's budget, and Yui helped her.
もっと遊べっつってんだ。ライブ行ったり服買ったりよ。
別にいいよ。ネットで聞けるもん。
言われなくても服はフリマとかで買ってます。いいのない時は自分で作っちゃうもの。
ちゃんとしすぎなんだよ。あんな隙のない女はモテねえぞ。
クラスの子供っぽい男子になんか興味ありません。あとのの姉は中等部じゃアイドルだから。
そうなの？
Of course, Yui nodded. Yui went to Hekiho Academy's middle school, which was located close to the academy itself. The high school and middle school did a lot of activities together, and Kurusu had gone to the latter before as part of her student council president job. Kurusu chuckled.
こっちじゃどっちかっていうと怖がられてるんだけどね。
彼氏の一人もいねえのか。お前の浮いた話聞いたことないぞ。
クラスの子供っぽい男子になんか興味ありません。
そっちも男子ってそうなの？
年頃の男子なんて何歳でも一緒でしょ。
Kurusu sipped her tea with a smirk.
ブラコンめ。
And then she spat it out like she'd been struck with a bullet.
ののね、大丈夫？ゆ、ティッシュ。
Kurusu coughed as she took the tissue from Yui, then wiped down the desk.
変なこと言わないでちょうだい。
Her face was bright red as she yelled at Sakuma.
お前はタクルに構いすぎなんだよ。そんなんだと他の男が寄ってこねえぞ。
そんなことないです。いや、寄ってきてるって意味じゃなくて。とにかくあの子は。
ののね。
Kurusu threw the tissue in the garbage can without answering.
言うとはこの間ユイが言ってただろう。ほら同じクラスの今野さんだかなんだか。
違うよ。いや違わないけど。
Now it was Yuto's turn to turn red.
そうだ、それどうなったの？やっぱりラブレターだったんでしょ？ 隠し事はなしでしょ。どうなの？
Wow, that's rude. How about you mind your own business? Yuto shrank back into his chair, his tiny body becoming even smaller. Then he nodded. Yes, because everyone's a bully in this house, apparently. Yui leaned forward, excited.
徳田くんに徳田くんにバレてそれで
Yui's expression switched from jovial to serious.
何？からかわれた？
After a short pause, Yuto nodded.
ユウ、ダメだよ。嫌なものは嫌って言わないと。そういうのに慣れたら気づかないうちに曲がってくんだから。
Yeah, speak up now, because you're being bullied by your sister.
でも、もしまたいじめられたりしたら、姉ちゃんに言いな。やり返してやるから。
ゆい、女の子がそういうこと言わないの。
お前が言うか。
どういう意味？
There were 2 rules in the dorm. After dinner, everyone would gather around the table to talk, and no one was allowed to keep secrets. When Sakuma decided to open an orphanage after the earthquake, he first picked the name, Aobado. Only 2 rules, but you also don't get to eat meat, and you also have to all be at the dinner. There are lots of unofficial rules that make it a ton of rules. And it sucks that I know that, because we've been having this family interaction here for almost 20 minutes. The 4 of them talked until around 10 p.m. when Yuto started to yawn. I'm sorry, for how long? Telling each other about their daily lives was how they kept themselves grounded. It's nonsense. I'm coming in. Kurusu entered the empty room, knowing there wouldn't be an answer. She started by wiping down the desk and then moved to do the rest of the cleaning the same way she always did. Nothing had changed in the room since Miyashiro had left. It was still filled with books, papers, and DVDs. Home was the place where Kurusu felt the most calm and relaxed. It was where she could be herself and be with her family. Her favorite time of the day was after dinner. It wasn't that she was uncomfortable at Hekiho, but her personality was such that she always felt like she had to put her job first. And she liked the role she had at home, with her family more than she liked the role she had in the outside world. As she cleaned the bookshelves, she saw a scrapbook. She'd seen it many times before, but she put it on the desk and started to flip through the pages. The book was filled with information on urban legends and crimes that had taken place in Shibuya, and on the last page was a collection of magazine and newspaper articles. The magazine article was dated about 6 months ago, just before Miyashiro had left home. And the newspaper article was from 6 years ago. It was about the Shibuya earthquake. This was why Miyashiro had left home and gone to live at Miyashiro Park. Ugh.
日付が6年前の事件とぴったりしてるんだ。事件も自殺っぽいっていう内容はともかく猟奇的だという点で同じ。
あなた殺されますよ、宮代拓先輩。
Not if he kills her first. Something might be coming for him, or maybe Takuru was getting involved in something. As his older sister, she had to protect her little brother.
私は
Can I face what happened 6 years ago? There was a knock at the door. She tried to take a few deep breaths to calm down before she spoke.
誰？
俺だ。入るぞ。何泣きそうな顔してんだ？
She quickly put her hand up to her face. She wasn't crying. She took a quick breath to help her focus.
どうしたの？
飯ん時、ちょっと変だったろ、お前。
そう？
やっぱあいつがまた何かやらかしたのか。
His voice was a father's. Kurusu put the scrapbook back on the shelf.
うん。 あ、いや、またやらかしそうというか。
相変わらずだな。ラブホテルで警察にお世話になった後、お前ちゃんと止めたんだろ？
Kurusu nodded, remembering what had happened in the hallway that day.
それでも、なんかやめそうになくて。
珍しいな。あいつがお前に逆らうなんて。
That's because I didn't really.
なんだ？どうしたんだ？
Sakuma sensed that something was wrong with Kurusu and sat down on the bed. He motioned for her to speak.
父さん、あの子ってどうやって私じゃなくてうちに馴染んだの？ほら、長期昏睡から目覚めてリハビリ始めた時は全然心を開いてなかったでしょ？
それを言ったら、ユイとユウともそうだろう。言っとくけど、お前もそうだったぞ。
私の話はいいから。
前のこと覚えてねえな。だいたいそんなのちゃんとしたきっかけなんかあんのか？
But he crossed his arms and seemed to be trying to remember the past. Soon.
いつ馴染んだかなんてわかんねえけど、初めて一緒に夕飯食った日は覚えてるわ。
Kurusu realized that she remembered too. Even after he'd started his physical therapy and learned to walk again, for a while he'd kept eating dinner alone in his room. Sakuma had told him that everyone was supposed to meet and talk after dinner, but he'd used his poor health as an excuse to stay in his room.
私も覚えてる。そういえば、あれってなんでだったの？
多分な。お前の単価だよ。
え？
あいつのリハビリ手伝ってたろ。家族なんだから私が面倒を見るっつって。
Miyashiro had refused, but she told him there was no reason for him to be embarrassed now. She had been in charge of cleaning his catheter when he was in a coma, after all. That's nasty.
そっから前にも増してつきっきりで。昔からだ。お前のブラコンぶりは。
だから違うって言ってるでしょ。
んで、あいつが問題なく日常生活できるようになって、そろそろ学校も大丈夫じゃないかって、お前が俺に相談持ちかけた時、なんて言ったか覚えてるか
？Kurusu tried to think, but she couldn't remember herself saying anything special.
小学生の時、学校にあまり行っていなかったって言うけど、私が行けるようにする。もしあの子をいじめるやつがいたら、私がやり返してやる。嘘でしょ？
She didn't remember that at all.
本当だよ。さっきユイも言ってたじゃないか。明らかに昔のお前の影響だ。今以上にとんがってたからな。それをあいつは部屋の外で聞いてたんだよ。その日の夕飯からだ。あいつが一緒に食べるようになったのが。まあ結局あいつはあまり学校には行かなかったけどな。それでも保健室登校で卒業できたのはお前のしごきの成果だろう。
As she listened to Sakuma's words, she could feel the terror that had been building inside her start to fade away. Instead, she felt a mixture of confidence, nostalgia, and joy.
そんなこと、私言ったかな。
ののね
Why is everyone in
何
this
してん
room?
の？
そっちこそ二人でどうした？
ユウのトイレ。そしたら声が聞こえたから。
そう。
She smiled a little at Yuto's embarrassment. He couldn't go to the bathroom on his own at night. He'd always been shy and spent most of his time clinging to Yui, but the earthquake had given him mild scotophobia, fear of being alone, fear of bathrooms. What is it? A physical rejection response toward a specific object or situation, such as heights or needles. Oh, fear of darkness. Why couldn't they just say that? It's the fear of darkness. Did they just explain? They did just describe phobia to me. Okay, it's not what I wanted to know. It is the fear of darkness.
ねえ、二人はタクルに帰ってきてほしい？
当たり前じゃん、家族だもん。っていうか、タクル兄の掃除当番全部肩代わりしてるの私とユウだから、早く返してもらわないと。
あと買い出し当番も。
ああ、それもだ、忘れてた。
Kurusu laughed and looked around her missing brother's room at her family. There was no changing what happened 6 years ago now.
ユイ。ユウトをいじめるやつがいたら、やり返してやりなさい。
もちろん。
She would just have to protect her family, so that they could live together again. Kurusu took out her smartphone and left the room, leaving her uncertainty behind. And now that we're back to our MC, I'd say it's a pretty good time to switch back over to... end the video here and pick up again next time. So, stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!